Hello. I have snacks for this session. I also really need to clean my room. Sorry, myself. I really need to clean my room, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do my vlog first. I've had a very productive day today. I had an intuitive therapy session this morning. You know what? I'm gonna say that changed my life, but every single session I have with this woman changes my life. I'm being serious. It gives me a whole new outlook on everything. I had a very spiritual experience, and I'm not going to go into that, but I'm going to go into what I've taken from this. And I want to talk more about the ego. So in my last session, well, not session, but like video, I was speaking about my ego when I was raped and how I was in victim mode. And I said ego will be the death of you. I've had a new opinion, epiphany. I think that your ego is actually a really useful thing to have when you don't let it control your life and you don't let it control other people or make you believe that you are better than another person or know more than another person, because we are all equal. As human beings, we are all equal. Basically, I've been in a loop at the moment where I've been stuck and I haven't been able to do anything. I remember in my last video I said, I just like, why won't I do it? Like, I have all these goals and ambitions that I want to do, but I won't do it. Like, why won't I do it? It makes no sense because I know I want to do it. So why do I stop myself from doing it? It's self-sabotage. And I was like, why am I self-sabotaging? What is going on? Me right now, 18-year-old Ella is like, yeah, I want to do that. Take me to there. Somewhere within, like somewhere with me wanting something and me actually doing it, there's a wall, there's a block. And I was trying to figure out what that was. So I sat with it. I asked questions. By the way, guys, ask questions all the time. Always just stay curious. That's why my channel is called Star Stays Curious, because it's my artist name and stays curious, because we must stay curious. Always ask questions. Always ask why. It will make you think so much deeper. Did you guys see that? It will make you think so much deeper about everything. I promise. Basically, I said to myself, why is it that I do that? I started writing words that I got down. And it took me to my 15-year-old self. Now, this was a time in my life where I was so arrogant and so ignorant, selfish, and obviously due to experiences in my past that are not my fault. However, it's obviously still my responsibility to change that. It took me to my 15-year-old self. And I haven't seen her in a while, you know. And something that people forget is that your inner child stays with you for your whole life. So you may think like, yeah, you've healed and moved on from this experience, which you probably have, but she still hasn't, or they still haven't, or he still hasn't. Say you had trauma from when you were like 13. More often than not, it probably still affects you. That's the reality of it, because you probably haven't done the work fully to the full extent. You haven't dived in to your inner child and healed from that. That was my epiphany from today. I realized that my ego, my 15-year-old self, is stopping me from getting to where I want to be, because she's like, ho, ain't no one gonna tell me what to do, and I don't want to take anyone's advice because I feel like I can do it myself and blah blah. 18-year-old me now, Ella right now, is like, no, but she is still there and she comes up, and I realized that is where my ego stems from. Ego stems from my 15-year-old self. This sassy little bitch. She had to be. But now in 2026, on whatever day it is, something of March, I think it's like the 4th or so, I don't know. I don't need that. I don't need this outlook, this ego. Because I don't need to be protecting myself from anything anymore, because I am safe. I realized it was my 15-year-old self. And to change that, to change your ego, to get rid of your ego, it's more simple than you think it is. It's difficult to get to the point of actually doing it, because the only way you can do it is to become aware of your ego. You can't change something you're not aware of, do you know what I mean? So I guess that kind of makes sense, but I have become aware of this. So my plan is to get rid of this ego. It's to heal my inner child. Heal that part of me that is no longer needed. Whatever you want to call it. Heal my 15-year-old self. Excuse me. There we go. Now you can see me. Take me through there, take me through. I also said in the last video that if you're not working hard enough to your goals, it's a self-love thing. I agree with that statement. I do believe that in some cases, that the reason you're not actually trying hard enough is because you just don't love yourself enough. Obviously, I figured out that my ego is my 15-year-old self. And when I was 15, I did not like myself out at all one bit. Like, I was so insecure. I was ridden of insecurities. So embarrassed to do anything. I was giving it all this talk. It was my ego. I was letting my ego come out and just take control. And I was on like autopilot, like some freaking dork, because I was just trying to be cool because I was really insecure. And that's like secondary school time, so you're gonna be at that time, obviously, especially as a teenage girl. Like, I don't know what it's like for boys, but for women, whoosh, secondary school is a no. My goals here, me here, 15-year-old self, my ego here. You see how I can't move past this point without breaking this bitch down, and I can achieve my goals. I do not lack self-love. I was thinking this the other day, and I was thinking, you know, like, I've said that, but to be honest, that doesn't really feel right to me. Like, I really do love myself in like, not an egotistical way, I care for myself. I have empathy for myself. Like, I look at myself like, oh, she's just a little wee. You know, when you look at a baby and you're like, oh, they're just so cute and I just want to help them and be nice to them all the time. That is how I feel about myself, because of years of work, by the way. I mean, some people naturally have that. I didn't. But obviously I've healed myself now, but I still haven't healed my 15-year-old self because she didn't have that. Now it's about me going back into that and teach, like, saying like, hey, I love you, like, we're okay, we don't need any of this ignorance, this arrogance, this stubborn mindset, you know, like, it's okay to accept help from other people, it's okay, like, we're okay, and it's okay, you know. It's just about nurturing yourself and loving yourself the way you would love and nurture a little sibling or your own child. Like, in order to heal your inner child, you have to be your own parent, if that makes sense. And when I say parent, I mean this older, feminine, softer figure who is going to comfort you in the times where you feel uncomfortable. So to notice this is, if you're in a situation and you feel your ego coming up and you feel this resistance and you're getting frustrated with yourself, that is your ego, okay? And just recognize it. Just practice having that recognition of your ego coming up, okay? Just practice becoming aware of your ego and who she is, or they are, or he is, whoever you are, okay? Practice just becoming aware of it to start with, because this is a process. It takes time, and that is okay. It is okay. We are not in any rush to get anywhere. We have our whole lives. So just relax. We're okay. Go with the flow. Like, you forgot what I was talking about. To break down that ego, if you feel it's stopping you, is to just love it. Love whoever that ego is. Because your ego is most likely coming from your inner child. Most likely. Because it's come from somewhere, hasn't it? Like, you weren't born with it, so it's got to be somewhere within that timeline between then and now. If it's your ego now, then teach yourself, be like, hey, we don't need this ego right now, and understand where it's coming from and why it's stemming, because ego is usually a protection mode. It's usually something that makes you feel safe, it makes you feel better, it makes you feel confident, okay? Sometimes it's good, but in situations where it's stopping you from achieving what you want to do, get that bitch off. Get her gone. We do not need that, because it's stopping you from getting where you need to be. That was my epiphany, and I'm gonna really try hard and document it. And something that I actually find really difficult for me to do is to love my 15-year-old self, because my 15-year-old self did not love her. Like, we did not love us when I was 15. Like, trust me. Yeah, it's taken a long time to obviously get to where I am today. So it's kind of annoying, but it's alright. It's not annoying. I should not have said that. It's amazing. My plan is to just kind of make friends with me. Be my own best friend. And love myself truly and genuinely through all of those phases of my life. Was it her fault? Was your trauma your fault? No. So why are we hating on her for it? Why are we letting this ego come back? Why are we not liking our younger selves? Or think about it, like, even literally saying things like, oh, I've had such a glow up, or oh, I used to look so ugly. Is hating on yourself. You are making her feel so much worse, so small. Would you say that to another person? No. So why say that to yourself? Because you are absorbing that energy. You are putting that energy within your quantum field, and you are just only ever going to live in that energy, and you're not going to be able to move past it. You're not going to be able to heal. You're not going to be able to grow. So it's about loving yourself and to start loving yourself, is just by being kind to yourself, no matter what. You don't need to be, like, honestly, take yourself into third person and view yourself and imagine that you're like a little child. Imagine you're that little girl inside you, or little boy, or little they inside of you. And imagine you see them. Would you be like, you're so fucking ugly to a child? No, you would not. And if you would, then that is some serious issue that you need to work on within yourself. But you would never be that horrible to a child, a baby. Are you joking? They're so innocent. That is your inner child. That is you. You are innocent. You are that inner child, okay? You take every 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and etc. Every single year of your life, you carry with you to this day. To this day, you will always carry it with you. And in the next coming years, you're going to carry this self with you. You're going to have everything with you. So it's important to love yourself every day so that it doesn't cause you issues in the future that are going to be way harder to amend, you know? Because now I'm obviously here at 18, and I used to hate myself when I was a teenager. But bless her fucking soul. That is not her fault. And I feel so bad for her. Like, I have so much empathy and sympathy for my younger self. Because she didn't ask for that. She didn't ask for this self-hatred. She didn't ask for any of that. So it's important to be nice to her. And the more I keep being nice to her, the more I will forgive her for being the way she was, and the more I will hold less resentment, and the less I will have that ego, and she will not be coming up as much because she'll be like, oh, it's okay, and she'll know that, okay? And you're probably thinking, why are you talking about your inner child like it's genuinely someone standing next to you? Because I find it way easier to visualize, and I think that's the best way to do it, is to visualize it as a separate person that is still you, but visualize it as if you are literally looking at her, as if she is standing right next to me. Like, imagine my little child is right here, just a little baby. It's so much easier rather than trying to go back into that trauma and relive the experience. Then you're not being present. So it's important to be present in the moment, because being present gives you a clearer mind. It makes it easier for you to focus on what you want to say, how you want to go about it, all of that. If you're not present and you go into your inner child, you're going to be constantly living in a state of past. And you don't want to live in the past, because you've been there and done that, but you do need to heal the past just to catch up to where you are today. And that's okay, and that will take time. I'm not going to lie to you. It is going to take a long time, and the work is long. And if that is annoying, me saying that, then I feel like getting annoyed is just not going to help anyone. Like, getting frustrated isn't going to help yourself. It isn't going to help me. So let's just push the frustration away, all right? And let's just be at peace. So yeah, that was I realized that my self-sabotage was my ego from when I was 15, being like, I don't want to accept help from anyone because I can do it myself, right? It's been such a thing with me. Even in my primary school years, literally everybody has told me struggles to ask for help, doesn't ask for help, hates failing. It's like a weird thing of mine that I've obviously picked up from wherever in my childhood. I don't really think it matters, to be honest, for me. And that is why I have been so stubborn and not being able to access my goals. So something I'm going to really focus on is learning to accept that it's okay to be where I am right now. I'm always in such a rush to get to where I want to be, but I need to learn how to love the journey and not the destination. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's such a cliche saying, like everybody says that, but when you actually deep it, it's genuinely serious. Like, if you just accept where you are, be present, and have genuine, true, honest love and honest acceptance, and live in a constant state of truth and protecting your energy and healing, you're going to get so far, because you're going to be okay no matter where you are. It won't matter about the destination. It won't matter where. You won't even be thinking about it, because you're just going to be so present that the future doesn't even come into mind, which will also really help your anxiety if you have it. That's kind of all I really have to say as of now. Those were kind of like my epiphanies. How to sort of heal your inner child. That is how you heal your inner child, by parenting yourself and becoming that figure that you needed then, but doing it now instead, in the present. And yeah, just to look out for your ego is to look out for when you're frustrated and when you feel offended for things. Ask yourself, is this my ego or am I actually offended? Because am I only and be honest with yourself. People, guys, I cannot stress it enough. Be so honest with yourself. You are not judging yourself. If you cannot be honest with yourself, it's because somewhere in your fucking childhood, you're too embarrassed to be judged. If your inner child telling you like that they're judging you and you're not, you cannot judge yourself, okay? Someone else can judge you, but you cannot judge yourself. Do not be embarrassed to be honest with yourself in a safe space. And this is also always a safe space. I will never, ever, ever judge another human being based on their opinions or anything. So, like I said, DMs are always open, but stay hot, stay woke, stay blessed, and I love y'all, and I'll see you tomorrow.